Good day all. We will talk about the antidepressants. I am using the textbooks for that purpose. The reason being because I want to improve your reading from the textbook. I want to promote it because these days I have seen many of the students and also the PG students have stopped reading from the textbooks. So my main focus will be from the textbook, and later for other or added information we can go to different books or the articles. Let's see this table from Harrison, table number 444 by 1. It is showing the antidepressants. The antidepressants like SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, TCA and tetracyclics inhibitors, and along with that mixed epinephrine serotonin reuptake inhibitors like SNRI, mixed action drugs, MAOI, not much use currently in India, MAO inhibitors. So in SSRI we have these 6 main drugs, that is fluoxetine, sertraline, roxetine, fluvoxamine, citalopram, escitalopram. In India, except citalopram, all the SSRI are being used. Citalopram may have some of the use, but very less in the clinical practice. So how does it act? So we will take 1 or 2 figures from the other book for that. This particular figure is from the book which we call Stalls. We use it that is a psychopharmacology book. Here in the figure it is shown there is one neuron of the patient who has a depression. So in that we can see there is 5-HT neuron and there is deficiency of 5-HT. That means there is deficiency of serotonin everywhere. There is this yellow thing is serotonin and it is deficient. Also we can see the receptors as like these receptors, they are more, means there is upregulation of these receptors. So what happens, one by one we will see. As like first step, finally there will be increase in the serotonin at the somatodendritic ending, not the axon. First it will increase here, then what will happen, it will reduce the number of receptors on somatodendritic end, that we call 5-HT1A autoreceptors. What will happen, because of it there will be a neuronal impulse from here which will give signal from the axonal end to release the neurotransmitter serotonin into the synapses, which further will act on the postsynaptic receptors, and further it will downregulate those receptors. Question arises from this, that the increase in the serotonin happens, this increase in serotonin happens just in a few days of starting the antidepressant, but the effect of the antidepressant comes in 2 to 3 weeks. The reason being, this receptor modulation at these places takes time. So only in 3 to 4 weeks of the time the person will be able to respond to the antidepressant. Now we will remember the doses of the SSRI. Just see, dose for fluoxetine, that is 10 to 80. Use mainly will be depression, anxiety, OCD, phobias. For all that can be used. Other is sertraline. Dose is 50 to 200 mg. Paroxetine 20 to 60. Most of the time we give CR preparation. Plain is used in premature ejaculation. Fluvoxamine 10 to 300. The main indication comes that is in OCD, in depression also, but more favorable for OCD. Citalopram for depression, and E-enantiomer of citalopram is escitalopram. The dose is 10 to 30. Very much effective. It is being widely used by the psychiatrists, the general practitioners, the neurologists. You may find this in any of the prescriptions from any of the specialists. Let's talk about TCA, tricyclic antidepressants. How does it act? The TCAs act by inhibiting NET and SCRT, that is non-epinephrine transport and serotonin transport. What happens after that? There is the increase in the serotonin and non-epinephrine in the synapses, which further acts on the receptors, cause the downregulation of the receptors, and the same thing which I have discussed in SSRI goes on. Let's see 2-3 important TCAs and their doses, as like amitriptyline 150 to 300, that is for the depression. It is also being used in diabetic neuropathic pain, in migraine, in tension type headaches. There the dose reduces, it becomes 10, 25, 50, like this. Now see other drug, imipramine 150 to 300 mg, clomipramine 150 to 300 mg, very much used in OCD. It is the most effective drug in OCD, not given at the first line, the reason being lots of anticholinergic side effects. Let's talk about venlafaxine. What is venlafaxine? Venlafaxine is SNRI, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. Again, though calm by SERT by NET. It will inhibit. The dose is 75 to 375. It is also used for anxiety. Depression is one of the main indication. Main side effect would be it may increase the BP. Sometimes it can be activating. There is desvenlafaxine. It is nothing but a metabolite of venlafaxine. When venlafaxine is not metabolized by CYP2D6, then venlafaxine converts to desvenlafaxine. Dose 50 to 400. Acha, for desvenlafaxine, NET action is more when comparing to venlafaxine. Now we see duloxetine. For duloxetine, that is mainly used for the pain symptoms, pain, diabetic neuropathy, and other physical symptoms. It causes sedation, very much effective. Mirtazapine, we call it as NASA, non-epinephrine and selective serotonin agonist. This is the mechanism of action. Other one is alpha-2 presynaptic blocker. Vilazodone is one of the newer antidepressant. The action will be by sparing. Bupropion is NDRI, non-epinephrine dopamine reuptake inhibitor. This is the dose 250 to 450, used when we don't need sexual side effects, very less or nil sexual side effects are there, or when smoking. It reduces smoking. So 2 S ho gaye idhar, 2 S are there. One contraindication for that is seizures. It may precipitate seizures. Let's talk about trazodone. Trazodone is SERI, or serotonin agonist and reuptake inhibitor. It is very much, it inhibits histaminic receptors very much and causes sedation. So one of the antidepressant which we use directly for sleep disorders, insomnia, even if depression is not there, that is trazodone. You can see just the names and the doses of MAO inhibitors, as they are not much of use in India. These are the management of the antidepressant side effect, as like there can be the GI manifestation, nausea, vomiting. So at that time that can be short lived, the temporary dose reduction may be required and antacid can be used. If diarrhea, famotidine can be used up to 20 to 40. If constipation, just wait for the tolerance. If not, change the diet, use a stool softener, avoid laxative and purgatives. Sexual dysfunction, one of the very important one and the concern for many patients. For anorgasmia, cyproheptadine with alcohol can be used. And also if there is a need to change of the antidepressant, as I told earlier, bupropion can be used. Orthostasis, tolerance may come, otherwise increase the fluid intake, that is required very rarely. Anticholinergic side effects, tolerance will come. Dry mouths, dry eyes, maintain oral hygiene, use artificial tears. For tremors and jitteriness, anti-Parkinsonian drugs are not effective. Do not give THP or benztropine, etc. Other things, lorazepam can be used, propranolol can be used. For insomnia, either shift the doses to the morning, or use trazodone, use benzos, use neurohypnotic zolpidem for sedation. So if sedation is there, schedule all the doses to bedtime. Headache, evaluate the diet, dose reduction using amitriptyline for weight gain, decrease carbohydrate, exercise. One of the main thing in every mental illness, or considering fluoxetine. Very effective, means it is not having any of the weight gain side effects at all. We will see the medical management algorithm for major depressive disorders. First, we determine whether there is a history of good response to any of the medication or not, or with a first degree relative. If yes, then considering that medication. Also, then evaluate patient characteristics and match to the drug. Consider drug health, side effect profile, convenience, cost, patient's preference, drug interaction, risk, suicidal potential, medical complication, compliance, and the history. Begin new medication at around 1/3 to 1/2 of the target dose if TCA. Other things like bupropion, vaccine, mirtazapine, or full dose as tolerated, SSRI can be given. But in the general practice, we have seen it, these are started at 1/2 or 1/3 of the doses and are built up, titrated slowly to reduce the side effects. If problems or side effects occur, evaluate possibility of tolerance, consider temporary decrease in the dose or adjunctive treatment. If unacceptable side effects continue, taper drug over 1 week, initiate new trial, consider potential drug interaction in choice. Then evaluate response after 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks, hey, we should not say that this drug is not effective and the treatment should be discontinued in 1 or 2 weeks. It will take that much time. If the response is inadequate, increase dose in the stepwise fashion as tolerated. If inadequate response after maximal dose, consider tapering and switching to a newer drug or adjunctive treatment. If it is a TCA, obtain plasma level to guide further treatment. So for TCA, we can do the plasma levels. Thank you.